The prince mocked her big head. Then this happened. "What is this thing you give birth to, woman?" Erosen snapped in anger as he looked at the newborn baby his wife Akuna had just given birth to. Akuna was the most beautiful woman and the dream of every man in the village of Nanka. As a young woman ready for marriage, every man in Nanka village wanted her to be their wife because she was not only physically beautiful but also had good characters and excellent home training. For most men interested in marrying Akuna, one of the reasons was to have a beautiful daughter who could be a liker of her mother. Among all the men who wanted to marry Akuna, she chose Aken because he was a brave man who knew what he wanted and was deeply in love with her. Akuna and Aken got married and their marriage was going well. Akuna conceived after a year of marriage, and Aken's joy knew no bound when he found out that Akuna was pregnant with a baby girl. "I am so happy to have him in you. She will look so much like you," Aken would tell Akuna in happiness. Aside from Aken, everyone in the village wanted to know what Akuna's baby would look like. Many speculated that she would be even more beautiful than her mother. On the fateful night Akuna went into labor, the villagers gathered around the hut where she was giving birth, waiting for her to bring her child into the world. The midwives, experienced and skilled, had gathered in Akuna's house to assist with the delivery. As the labor progressed, the midwives encouraged Akuna with kind words and gentle touches. Hours passed, and finally the moment arrived. With one last push, Akuna brought her baby into the world. As the midwife quickly took the child to clean and examine, there was a sudden silence in the room. Each of them was stunned and shocked. Akuna's baby had a massively large head, extremely large for a child. Aken rushed into the room excited to see his beautiful baby girl, but was shocked to see the big-headed baby lying there. "What is this thing you give birth to, woman?" Aken snapped in anger as he looked at the newborn baby. He stormed out of the room in anger. Akuna was also shocked and confused to see how big her baby head was. She was scared to carry her, but when the baby let out her first cry, Akuna's heart melted. She carried, kissed and embraced her and named her Indua. Years later, as Indua grew, so did her head, and she was persistently ridiculed by everyone in the village, including children and adults. They would mock her and call her Indua Kilu, the calabash head, pointing and laughing whenever she passed. Among all the villagers who mocked Indua Kilu, Injuka, the prince of the village, took a special interest in mocking her harshly. Whenever he was bored, he would purposely send his guards to fetch Indua Kilu into the village palace, just to tease her and laugh at her. He would make jokes about her head and ask her to place things on it, and him and his friend will laugh about it. These constant ridicules craved deep wounds in Indua's heart. She would cry day and night, wishing her head was normal like everyone else in the village. Her mother would always calm her down and remind her never to pay attention to the insults or jest of the villagers or the prince. But for her father, he hated the sight of her and didn't want to associate with her or call her his daughter. Whenever the villagers and Prince Injuka mocked and laughed at Indua, she would run into the village forest, seeking comfort among the trees and plants. The forest became a refuge, a place where she could escape the cruel words and find peace. She spent hours wandering through the dense forest, marveling at the beauty of nature and collecting various herbs and plants. Over time, through her time spent in the forest, Indua developed a deep understanding of herbal medicine and natural remedies from the plants she observed.